Aliens was directed by James Cameron and released in 1986. Aliens is the sequel to the first film in the franchise, Alien, which was made in 1979. Aliens is debated to be better than the first Alien, and it's worth the praise. While it's not technically better than the first, it's definitely bigger. Throwing in more characters, more aliens, and raising the stakes, Aliens is a masterpiece of science fiction just like the first Alien. 9 out of 10.
The Empire Strikes Back is directed by Irvin Kershner and was released in 1980. The Empire Strikes Back is considered the greatest science fiction film of all time, and yeah, it is. It continues the Star Wars films by bringing in dark elements, strong character development, metaphorical concepts, and the most famous movie twist of all time is what makes Empire so loved and respected. 10 out of 10.
Luke, I have no approach vector. I'm not set.
Steady, Jack. Attack pattern Delta. Go now. All right, coming in.
Blade Runner was released in 1982 and was directed by Ridley Scott. Blade Runner was misunderstood when it first hit theaters due to being marketed as an action film when it's more of a slow character drama. Blade Runner takes its time with the story and characters. It is paced very slow. Blade Runner is most recognized for its cyberpunk world, with many critics praising it for being real. Blade Runner's only flaw is that while its characters are good, they aren't great. It's still a good film that's one of the more unique of the science fiction genre. 10 out of 10.
You're reading a magazine, you come across a full-page nude photo of a girl.
Is this testing whether I'm a replicant or a lesbian, Mr. Deckard?
Just answer the questions, please.
The Terminator was directed by James Cameron and released in 1984. The Terminator was made on a decently small budget, with the director even being somewhat broke. Even with these problems, The Terminator is an excellent film with great acting, good production values, and an interesting story with a good twist. 8 out of 10.
Back to the Future was directed by Robert Zemeckis and released in 1985. Back to the Future needs no introduction. It's one of the most celebrated films of the 80s, with memorable characters, fast fun script, and a fantastic soundtrack. Yes!
Thank you for joining us during our 1980s movie review.
Have you seen Back to the Future?
Hey.
Have you seen Back